Hey guys, Krista here. I am super excited for this sneak peek of our brand new eco packaging. It is so exciting for us. We've been working on this for, probably over a year we've been working on this. So we launch our new refillable Pretty Forever jar on Earth Day, along with all of our powder products will be able to be purchased in a compostable refill pouch. So that is everything from our foundation, bronze blush, setting silk eyeshadows, but also our dry shampoo you can now get in a refill pouch. We also have bulk options, so you will be able to get a bulk size of your foundation and our setting silk. So those are the two options we have for bulk right now. So today I wanted to show you guys how to refill those, a little bit more about the Pretty Forever jar, any tips and tricks I have for you. I would start by saying that I totally encourage you guys to refill the jars that you have. So if you have some of the plastic locking sifter jars, you can also refill those. You do not need the Pretty Forever jar. If you're looking for a glass option for your makeup jar, definitely take a peek at our new Pretty Forever jars. They are so pretty, so luxurious. I absolutely love them. You'll be able to purchase that Pretty Forever jar empty, or you will be able to purchase it filled with any of your powder products. It will not be filled for eyeshadows yet. We're seeing how people like the Pretty Forever jars before we commit to making a smaller Pretty Forever jar for those eyeshadows. So you still will be able to buy eyeshadows in those refill pouches, but just not purchase those eyeshadows in a glass jar just yet. So the best method to get that sifter out to refill your jar is to take a card. So any hard plastic card, like a credit card works, or this is just an old hotel room key card. And you wanna pry it in between the sifter and the jar. Just pop it in there in between them, and then you'll hear that little pop, and then you can lift it up, and then there you go. Then you refill. I'll show you how to refill here, and then you would just pop that sifter right back on. Once you hear it lock in place, you're good to go. We have our jar here. So if you've got your Pretty Forever jar, it's got its little sifter inside. What you do then is you want to take your refill and you really want to shake it down. We're going to be cutting along the edge there. That works really good. Kind of squeezing it and moving it around. And then you can see that clear edge there for me to cut. I'm gonna then cut along that edge. We've got a big opening there to refill. So you can either refill like this, take a little spoon and refill it into your jar. You can grab a bowl and dump it into your bowl. I definitely like cutting that long edge because then you have more room to get in there. We have pretty much all of it out of there. Then, as you're gonna put your sifter back in, I like to tap the product down into the jar. That's how we do it in the Pretty Lab every time we fill a product for you. And then you're gonna just take your sifter and pop it right back in. And you can take your little seal off, and there is your filled jar. We also recommend to refill your current plastic jar. And if you've never taken the sifter out, you really just need to get your fingernail in between the sifter and the jar. Work your way around there, and it should wiggle right out. I wanted to show you my filled Pretty Forever jar that I've been using for a while so that you can see the difference between this and our other jar. So the biggest difference, of course, other than the glass, is there is no locking sifter inside. At first I was like, nope, we cannot do this. That locking sifter is an absolute game changer. It is a total game changer, and you can still refill that jar if you really want that locking sifter. But I decided that the glass was definitely more important, and after using it for a while, so if you can see in the cap, that ring around there, so this totally seals inside there. It's not loose inside there. So with the cap sealing, it's gonna seal, and just any product that would come out would be that little teeny tiny bit in that sifter. So it's not crazy, not super messy. You'll see it's messy just like any other powder jar. But a tip that I use is before, like, you can get all of that powder that sifted out, and there's still not much in there. You can get it all back inside the jar just by tapping it on your counter, moving it around and tapping it. And yeah, all my powder just went right back into its little jar. So I recommend to just take your hand and just give it a nice little tap before you open it, and that will help for any that came in that tiny little area with the sifter. The other difference, I am not sure yet about mixing water in the cap and then putting the cap back on. So when we mix the foundation with water, I typically do it in my other cap, or even like Beauty Sleep or Pretty Mist, mixing that in the cap. I have been grabbing my color switch lid and using that to mix my foundation to a liquid or a serum foundation, as opposed to mixing it in my Pretty Forever jar cap. That's just because there is no seal or lock on there, so I wouldn't want any of that liquid to go into my little sifter and then get to that big bulk of the product. So just a thought for you guys. You can certainly use the cap, and then if you wanted to wipe the cap clean, or use an old cap, however you like to do it. We are super thrilled to be releasing these new eco-friendly options. We hope you guys love them as much as we do. We are so excited. So if you guys have any questions about the new eco options, we still have our regular jars that you'll be able to purchase and refill those as well. This is just a new option, a beautiful, fun, pretty option, and also better for the earth because glass can be recycled and reused forever, but this jar also is going to hold up and last you guys even longer. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching.